just held him, just get rid of it. You know, it was like 3rd and forever, and he made it 4th and forever more. Put a little more on the punt, so that was probably a play. But he's just tough. He's a grinder. That kid didn't practice. He didn't practice Monday or Tuesday. You know, he's been battling an injury as well, and he didn't really get any like competitive reps until Wednesday. So it was, it's been a week. So it was a cool moment to be able to celebrate with him. An awesome win for his young career. He'll have a lot more. That was an awesome.
Was that really a punt pass option?
PPO, baby.
Had the option?
I made it up about 3 years ago. Yeah.
Had you seen him do it before?
Who?
Yeah, on that punt pass.
We do it every week.
What was he supposed to? What was the option? What was he?
If it's open, throw it. If it's not, punt it. It's a punt pass option.
Yeah, well, you run defense.
It's going to be the new trend in college football.
You run defense. Estimate had those.
They've been waiting on me to call it for 3 years. So they all looked at me like, he's really calling that. I'm like, yeah.
Estimate had those 2 big runs on the first series, and then you guys really clamped down on it after that.
Yeah, I think the one, I believe Barrett didn't get over the top, and the other one they motioned and we didn't slingshot it. We just, and it wasn't anything we had practice. We just didn't do our job right there, and that was the two that they popped.
Yeah.
And they had a couple others that they dented us a little bit, but man, those guys were awesome. Physical. I mean, they've been awesome all year. You know, they really have. And I mean, it says a lot about those guys. You know, when you're, especially when you're young and you've worked your butt off. I mean, you guys got like Tyler Davis and Rube, and these XT, Mask on these guys. And you know, our defense has played well enough to be undefeated for sure. And man, they just keep battling. It's just really cool to see. It's really cool to see. And I've said this a few times. I feel like I'm living 2010 over again because that's what I saw then. A group of guys who cared about each other. They didn't point fingers. They loved each other, and they battled to the end. And even though we had some tough breaks that year, and this team's had some tough things going. That year we couldn't make a kick. This year it's been ball security. But they have never quit, and it just says a lot about the character of our guys here, our coaches, the culture of Clemson, and it's important to them. You know, it really is. And you saw the fight that these guys. You know, there's a lot. I told them today. I said in 3.5 hours. Playing a game that you love, that you've played your whole life, you have the opportunity to impact a lot of people. You know, because there's somebody out there that's struggling, there's somebody out there that needs a little joy today, there's somebody out there that maybe wants to quit, and maybe you might inspire someone that, hey, you don't quit. Even when people count you out, and you don't quit, you keep battling, you keep fighting. And, you know, it's a really cool thing to watch.
I know it's early for next week, but is there what's your hope for maybe getting some of these injured guys back?
Well, I mean, we lost 2 for the year. Marcus Tate and Cole are out. I mean, maybe Marcus Tate for a bowl game if we get to one. Maybe. But I don't
Shipley?
Shipley's day-to-day.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's day-to-day. Maskell's day-to-day. JP, Sherry. Antonio, we're hoping to get him back maybe at the very end. So it's just kind of where we are.
Coach, you mentioned at halftime just how going all 3 phases played outstanding, and that's how we got our first 4 scores on the ground. Field goal, the touchdown pass to Brown, and the pick 6. Just finally a complete game for the whole squad to finally kind of hang the hat on and just boost up. And after last week, after the loss to NC State, it was 20 years ago, kind of sent in the same place, took a tough loss in the Tar Heel State, came back home early November, upset Florida State, kind of Groundhog Day or kind of deja vu, if you will. What do you think of going forward?
Well, I hope we have the same finish. I'll tell you right now. I lived that. Yeah, I remember that very well. Would we lose like 45-17 or something at Wake, or 38-17 or something like that, and playing number 3, Florida State undefeated, got no chance, 5-4. And I remember that well, man. It was an amazing win, and you know what? That win, I can't remember who was asking But that win, I think, boosted that team, and then we beat Duke like 40-6 or something the next week, and then we went 63-17, and then we all of a sudden we go from no bowl to the Peach Bowl, and we're playing number 6 Tennessee, and we blow them out. But that's what confidence will do. That's what momentum does. That was I'll take it. It'll be great. Be a great finish for this team right here. You know, you just got to run your race. This is this team's race, and you know we can't. You just got to just show up and see if we can have the type of finish that we all want to have, and then apply all the lessons. This is a good football team. It really is. They're really talented. Nobody watches the tape and gets excited to play the Tigers, and nobody feels sorry for the Tigers either. Okay, that's for sure. But there's a lot of great days ahead for Clemson football. There's no doubt about it.
Coach, Clemson now 5-3 all-time against Notre Dame. You remain the only program with an all-time winning record against Notre Dame, Ohio State, Oklahoma, and most of that is thanks to your tenure.
What was the first part? What did you say?
5-3 all-time against Notre Dame.
Clemson.
Yeah. Only program with a winning record against Notre Dame, Ohio State, Oklahoma.
And Clemson? Ohio State, Oklahoma, Clemson?
Clemson is the only program with a winning all-time record against Notre Dame.
Against those three?
Right.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I like it. Tweet that one. Tim, tweet that one. Venables might not like it, but that's good to know. That's great. Yeah.
Talk about punting and how big that was in the game today.
It was awesome. In fact, they made Aiden give a speech in the locker room, and he just said, "Hey, I got the defenses back." It was awesome, and they took a lot of pride in that. I'm really proud of our coaches and the guys that have taken ownership of that. And the Shield did a good job communicating. They really did. Peter Woods, we got him back this week. We didn't have him last week. Got him back and got him in the Shield. Chap Pendergrass. Nobody even knows who Chap Pendergrass is. He's our anchor on the Shield, and he's a pretty good little offensive lineman too. He's a redshirt freshman. He's going to make it here at Clemson Center. He's going to be a good little player, tough. But we put him in that Shield, and that kid has done a great job of communicating and getting us all on the same page. And they were relentless. You know, Notre Dame's they blocked one on us last year for a touchdown, and so it was a stressful week because they do a lot and they come after you. And we did an awesome job, as we did on punt return. And how about Ham Green, man? I mean, that kid, just trust him. You know, obviously we've had injuries and you know, we've had a couple of ball security things there. And that kid made some plays for us and just kind of, you know, gained some critical yards. But I thought all of our special teams were great. Aiden was special. It helps your defense when you can flip the field. And that's what they kept saying, let's flip the field, let's flip the field. And they took a lot of pride in it, those guys getting downfield, you know, pinning them deep.
On Cade's injury, was there any concern he might not play today, and do you know when that happened?
There was a lot of concern Sunday. Yeah, a lot of concern Sunday. A little bit of concern Monday. Not much concern Tuesday. Didn't look great Wednesday. But here he is. Proud of him.
Coach, it's been almost a month since your last home game in Death Valley, and you got 3 of them in a row. How good does it feel to be back in Death Valley? Obviously, you got 2 more headed into the end of the season. How good does it feel to be back in this environment?
Well, it feels good to win, regardless of where we are. But this place is special. I mean, you know, any college football fan knows that, whether you pull for us or against us, this place is special. And we've done pretty good here. You know, since about 2013, we haven't lost many games here. Not many at all. I think maybe 3. So, you know, it's a pretty good home field advantage, and it's nice. It's nice to be able to stay at the Hilton Garden Inn and not have to, not have to, you know, get home at 6 a.m. or whatever. So it's good to be home. Feels like it's been a while since we've been here.
Any questions for Coach from Zoom?
Hey Dabo, it's Andrea Eagleson from ESPN. You mentioned Tyler from Spartanburg earlier, so I guess I'll
No, I had nothing to do with it. I mean, these guys, they want to win, and I'm sure that guy's a great guy. You know, just pretty easy to talk about Tyler from Greenville. I'm sure he's a great guy, and you know, we all do things that sometimes we regret, or say things that we probably shouldn't say in a moment. We've all done that. Certainly have as well. And, but no, I don't think that had anything to do with our team at all.
Anybody else in the room?
Coach, most people know that for road games, you take some bits of Death Valley and Springfield. But today, you brought something with you, and I hate to ask you this, but you brought something with you for the first time here to Clemson. 8 years ago, this was the game that your dad wanted to get to.
Yeah.
And unfortunately didn't make it.
Yeah.
But you brought something to him today.
Yeah. I don't even know why that was on my mind. I don't even know why. You know, God just sometimes puts things in your mind. And my dad passed away 8 years ago, August of 15, and he battled cancer. We actually brought him up here, and he, you know, he had a tough life. He lived a tough life. He earned it. But you know, he was my best friend in the end, and I'm thankful for that. And thankful for the cancer, honestly, because it brought him up here. I had a chance to spend time with him I would have never had. I had a chance to have conversations with him I would have never had, and I'm thankful for that. But you know, that whole summer as he was getting chemo and